unless the sanctions are also off the table.
Sir, another strategic calculation which is emerging out of all this is US coming close to Pakistan, but Pakistan is already so close to China,
Absolutely.
which is working in the same territory, same area. So how it will pan out? It looks very complicated. Like it has become a jigsaw puzzle now.
No, it's not a jigsaw puzzle. I think it's a strategic mistake on the part of the US that, you are getting in bed with Pakistan, which is in bed with China. And China is the US's strategic competitor. It's the biggest geopolitical rival to the United States. And so far, Trump has taken a very soft approach towards China. Now they are even allowing chips to be sold to China. Advanced chips will be sold to China, provided the companies pay 15%.
A little second, other issue. Mr. Munir is in US. He was in US actually 2 days back. And there was a black tie event where he threatened the world. He said, if we go down, we will take the half of the world down. Also, he threatened that we are going to attack India. What is reported. I am not privy to that video, but what is reported widely, I'm telling you that. So, sudden acceleration from Pakistan, how do you look at it?
So there are two things. One is Pakistan is rattled by our abrogation or putting in suspension the Indus Water Treaty. Because, Pakistan is heavily dependent on the waters of those rivers. And because now India has said that, blood and water cannot flow together. And we are putting this treaty in suspension till such time as Pakistan, changes its position on cross-border terrorism. So because of that, Pakistan is obviously rattled. And what he is threatening is that if India builds a dam, which is of course not happening immediately, we are going to destroy those dams. We are going to send our missiles and take out those dams, which is easier said than done, of course. That's a different matter. But secondly, I think what he always tries to stoke is the fear of a nuclear war between India and Pakistan. Because see, Pakistan always want external mediation. They are saying India is not talking to us, so please help us talk to India. Please come and counsel restraint on us. And they are deliberately, provoking this kind of a, nuclear blackmail, just so that they can catch the attention of the world, and the world says, look, India and Pakistan, both of you are nuclear powers, you have to talk to each other. So I think this is part of the nuclear blackmail that Pakistan always indulges in, and that's why India has rightly called out this saber rattling on the part of Pakistan, that how irresponsible it is coming from a country which is in possession of nuclear weapons.
Prime Minister Modi has already said that there will be no nuclear blackmail will be tolerated now.
Absolutely. We will definitely not tolerate nuclear blackmail, and that's why, Operation Sindoor is on pause. It is not stopped.
So, now what next, sir? Pakistan, India, do you see it going further now?
Let's take first India, US. I think we need to do three things. First, we must make it very clear to the United States that our strategic autonomy cannot be bargained. India's strategic choices cannot be dictated by Washington. India will decide what its strategic choices are, whether we need to buy oil from Russia or from the United States. It is our sovereign decision. No external party can have a role in that, number one. Number two, I think what we need to do is we need to continue to engage with the United States on trade without capitulation, which means we clearly tell them that these are our red lines which we cannot cross, but we will see what are the other sectors in which we can sweeten the deal. Because let's not forget, I personally feel that opening up of the Indian economy is actually good for India, because then our economy will be competitive. Then our exporters will be more competitive. Yes, we are a bit too protectionist. So I think a little bit of opening, calibrated opening in sectors in which mass employment is not at stake, I think would be useful. And third, and most importantly, we need to continue to leverage our value to the United States. We are the only, strategic counterfoil to China, number one. We are the largest consumer market, one of the world's largest consumer market. Many tech companies of the United States, their biggest market is India now, even bigger than America. And thirdly, we are the best partner for the United States in sectors such as technology and defense.
But when we say that India is counterweight to China, they are not even considering China as a rival now. They are dealing. Or is it also temporary?
No, I think this is also temporary right now, because you see, you have to understand, the US economy is very heavily dependent on the Chinese economy. I am told that 80% of the US pharmaceutical companies, their APIs come from China. Then if you look at American companies like Tesla, Nvidia, all these companies, they are heavily, their supply chains are, and Apple, their supply chains are completely dependent on China. Because, a large part of the iPhone production happens in China. For Tesla, the second biggest market after America is China. AMD also, now they are selling chips to China, and China is buying all those chips. So the US is very heavily dependent on China. And thirdly, most importantly, China controls 85% of the world's rare earths. And these rare earths, these are the critical minerals that are needed for everything, from artificial intelligence to washing machines to missiles to electric vehicles. So that is why China has much more leverage over America, and Trump acknowledges that leverage, and that's why he's playing safe with China. As you know, they have extended the imposition of tariffs by another 90 days now.